Hey guys, it's Keith with KJ Aquatics. I am live right now, so give it a few minutes before I start rambling on. Um, See if a couple of people want to show up. If you don't, I'm going to have a replay. So, anyways, got a box right here. I will open it up in a second. I have one person. When you guys show up, if you don't mind, just let me know who's here. So just type your name, say hi, whatever. All right. 3 people. Um, if you guys, hey Dave, hey, got the box today. That's pretty quick. It's pretty good. USPS, yay, finally doing their job. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this light off because it's getting a little glare. Um, Hi, Lindsay. If you guys don't know, I am not a YouTuber. Uh, I don't claim to be. I don't try to be. So you're not gonna get anything fancy from me. You're gonna get what you get. I don't edit. This is live, so I'm not gonna edit it anyways. But other videos I've done in the past, I don't edit it. Don't care. Um, my forte is not YouTube. I use YouTube as a vessel to show off what we can do and what we can get to you. Um, Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the box. They sent me a decent sized box, and honestly, I forget what I ordered. Um, I know I got some swords in here. I got some Java ferns. I got some Java moss. Not Java moss. I got Christmas moss actually. I don't have a box knife, so you gotta improvise. So, all right. So we'll get right into it. Ha! Yeah, Dave. I use YouTube for. Actually, it's easy to use. I'm stupid on how to edit stuff, and so I don't even try. Um, I stay busy doing so much other things. Uh, Anyways, let's get to the first plant. These are like badass right here. And I shouldn't say that, but I do have this video marked for people that are over the age of 18. Java Fern Mats. I couldn't get these the other week. Dave, I think you just got some regular Java ferns because I wasn't able to get these. But this is a Java Fern Mat. This is probably minimum 8 Java ferns. They grow them on this cocoa fiber mat. All right. You can separate these. You could take these off, or you could just weight this down, or on your substrate, or you can, attach it to, rock or wood or whatnot. But this is a Java fern mat. So this is multiple Java ferns growing on a cocoa fiber mat. These are really nice. I also sell these for, in my opinion, very reasonable price. I sell these for $14.99. If you buy just the individual plant, you're gonna pay anywhere from $3 to $8, $3 to $9, depending on who you get it from. So Java fern mats, these are really nice. I say that word "nice" a lot. Next up is Amazon Swords Medium. I already got most of these sold. I know that. So these are Amazon swords. Don't fret that they don't have roots. A lot of times when these come from the nursery, they're grown in a giant mat. So they pluck them and clip them. They will grow roots back. So I've had people complain about not having roots. They will grow roots. Just plug them in your substrate and they're gonna do okay. So these are Amazon swords. Cryptocrine Retro Spiralis. I love crypts, but this is a very cool looking crypt. You get the nice crinkle look to the leaf, so the wavy look. Cryptocrine Retro Spiralis. I really like these guys. And again, these are grown and trimmed at the nursery, so they have minimum to no roots, and it varies. Sometimes I'll get these with more roots, other times not. But you can look at this plant. This is a healthy looking plant, nice looking. All right, Cryptocrine Retrospiralis with crypts. A lot of Cryptocrine. When you plant them, you're gonna get you might get some melt, so they might melt back. Be patient. They're gonna come back. Once they start coming back, once they get happy in your tank, they're gonna come back, and they're gonna come back strong. If the plants that I sold you guys are not healthy and constantly die, I wouldn't have been selling plants for the last 6 years. All right. So next up is Jungle Valescenaria. All right. Last week I got in Jungle Val species red. This is just regular Jungle Val. The difference between regular Jungle Val, wow, these are big. Look at that. That's a good 2.5 feet right there. Right? They don't always come in this big. This is a little bit smaller one. So, but that's a good 18 to 20 inches right there. So, anyways, back to the difference between Jungle Valescenaria and Jungle Val species red is the color variant. Jungle Val is going to stay more green. Jungle Val species red with highlight is going to get a reddish hue. It's not going to turn red, but you might get a reddish hue. But overall, it's green also. And regular Jungle Val has a little bit more narrow leaf versus the Jungle Val species red has a little bit more wider leaf. So these are big. Look at that shit. I really don't have room for these. You guys come and buy these because I don't have room for this big ass plant. All right. Jungle Val species red. I mean, regular Jungle Val. Let's see. Dave, go holler and get some more people in here. All right. Next up is, and these are nice too. Wow. This is dwarf water onions, and these are nice, full-grown, mature plants. Right? They don't get much taller than this. This is about what you're going to get. This is dwarf water onion. They get their name from the base. You can see right there. Thanks, Dave. You can see the base. The leaf looks more like a chive, right? So it's a narrow, roundish color leaf. These will flower up, and they get a beautiful white flower that'll blossom, that'll bloom above the water surface. If you go to my Facebook page at facebook.com/KJE Aquatics and you scroll down, I had one bloom on me earlier this year, and I took a badass picture of it, and I posted it on my Facebook page. All right. So dwarf water onions, easy plant, the grass-like looking plant. I suggest if you buy these, don't buy just one. You got to buy multiple plants, and you could space them a couple inches apart, and they're gonna spread with runners, kind of like Valescenaria, but easy plant. And these are primo right here. All right, this nursery that I work with, overall, gets me the good stuff. All right, with the pandemic going on and supply and demand and multiple other things, I can't get everything that a lot of people want. Anubias, I should have some Anubias in this box, but Anubias is one that is not grown commercially in the United States that I know of, and most of it comes from overseas. So you guys might notice a shortage of Anubias. Another one is Aponegetins. Aponegetins like Madagascar lace, Ovacious, Caparoni. Um, I'm bad with Latin, so Bovianus, Longa Pomosa. A lot of those, it's hit and miss on getting those. Um, but anyways, next up is Contortion Valve. These are the bigger version of Corkscrew Valescenaria. This is Contortion Valve. These look a little beat, um, so not the best quality, but you know what? Once Valescenaria is in your tank and it's happy, this will grow super fast. So with these looking like this, I will probably put them on sale at a discount. I usually uh, get a $1.40 to $1.50 per plant, but these are going to be listed a little bit uh, cheaper than normal. That doesn't mean they're not going to grow. Once they start to grow, they're going to take off. Hey, Foxy. Hey, Chevy. But anyways, Contortion Valescenaria. It's the bigger version of um, Corkscrew Valve. These will get much, much taller than Corkscrew Valve. So if you're wondering where my plants are, or where my plants are listed, if you go on my Facebook page, I don't have it updated right now, obviously, because I just got this box. But if you go to facebook.com/KJE Aquatics, pinned towards the top of my page is my plant list. So when I'm done with this live stream, give me a little time and I'll get it updated. But in the meantime, if you see something that you want now, shoot me a message on Facebook. All right, you can Facebook, message me, Keith Kalinowski, or you can Facebook message me through our business page. All right, and if you guys don't know, my website is live. I don't have plants on there yet. They're on there. Some of them are on there, but it shows inventory at 0. All right, doesn't mean I don't have plants. Trust me, I have plants. I started my business with plants. Plants will always be my core business. So if you're looking for plants, message me, because I have them. I can get them, and I could usually get them to you for a very reasonable price. Anyways, let's get back to what's up next. This is one of my favorites. I told you guys about the Cryptocarine Retro Spiralis, but this is Cryptocarine Balancea. Right, it's similar to the Retro Spiralis, but it gets taller. The leaf is wider, but you still have that really cool textured crinkle leaf. All right, if you guys can see it, the crinkle to the leaf. These things will get pretty tall, 2 feet, I'm guessing, and fantastic looking Cryptocarine. I love these guys. Crypts in general are probably my favorite. If you guys have a favorite, plant, shout it out on here on the live stream. And if it's something I don't have, I could, it gives me some ideas of maybe product I should get in if there's some stuff that, I'm overlooking on, from my suppliers list. All right. Next up is Italian Valescenaria. All right. So far I showed you Contortion. I showed you Jungle Valve. And then this is Italian. This doesn't get as tall as Jungle Valve, but it'll still get tall. It doesn't get as tall. Stays about 2 feet. So this is almost a mature plant right here. This is probably 18 inches. And the leaf, the width of the leaf is a lot more narrow. So that's about what you're going to get. Right now, this leaf is probably 3/8 of an inch, quarter to 3/8 of an inch. Jungle Valve is going to get 1/2 inch. Jungle Valve species red might get 1/2 inch to 1 inch. All right. Italian Valescenaria. Vals are probably one of the easiest plants you can get. Great for, they're one of the, they grow fast. So any fast growing plant uses up a lot of nutrients in the water, which are beneficial for you as a fish keeper. It's going to reduce the nitrates. It's going to keep the ammonia in check. Shouldn't have any ammonia anyways, but it'll use all of the nutrients, the nitrates, keeps algae in check. So anyways, let's see what's up next is, oops, turn it off. This is Anubias. These are just assorted Anubias. I ordered them as large, so I got some assorted Anubias species here. I'm not real familiar with what all of them are. This looks like Congensis. Same way, it looks like Congensis. This one here is Lanceolata. That's an easy one for me to identify because of the long, narrow leaf. That's Lanceolata. Congensis and maybe Fraser Eye. So we do have some Anubias in stock, and they're just going to be listed as Anubias large species, assorted. Okay, the nursery that I deal with normally doesn't get moss in this quantity. So when I seen it listed, I was curious about it. So I ordered, this is a half pound of it, but this is Christmas moss. You can see it here. It's Christmas moss. All right, super easy. That's about a portion size is what you're going to get right there. So squished up, it's going to be about the size of a golf ball. So when you see it listed, that's what you're going to get. And moss is simple, low to medium light. Attach it. You could just let it float around on the substrate. You could attach to rock, wood. I'm just reading. I'm sorry, I'm reading this. Marimo moss balls. I can get them. I get them out of country. Games are. So message me with on Facebook how many you want, or shoot me an email at kjeaquatics@gmail.com, and I can get them. So I just haven't dropped the hammer on ordering them because I got to get a bunch of them, and but I can get them. Hopefully the zebra muscle issue is gone. That you could thank a couple of the big box stores for buying some crap from Eastern Europe and importing it, and that's where they came from. The stock that I had before never had them, and most of your local fish stores never had them. It was your I ain't gonna name them, but you know who are the two big box stores. Those guys, they imported a bunch from the Ukraine or someplace over there, and there was some that came in contaminated, and the rest you could read online. All right, Anubias Nana Golden. This is a rare, not really rare because I got it. If it was super rare, KJE couldn't get it, but it's, won't say rare, it's uncommon. But this is Anubias Nana Golden. Very nice looking Anubias. It's a Nana variant, but it's called Golden because of the color variant. This is more of a lime green. Your regular Nana is going to be more of an olive dark green. So this is Anubias Nana Golden. Not common at all. All right. Not that it's like super rare, but it's not common. right? So that's what I got there. And for you guys that are watching, I appreciate it. Just so I'm not sitting there talking, to a blank screen. I appreciate you guys, listening to my ramble. So again, I will repost this and show it on Foxy. I can get Hydrocotyle Japan. I forget the Latin name for that. Triparita, something like that. I can get it. It's not a big seller, but if you want some, shoot me a message. I can get a lot of stuff that I don't normally stock. So just let me know and I can get it. All right. Next up is Aponegetnovacious. Aponegetnovacious or Vaccius, however you want to say it. And if you want to correct my Latin, please do because it sucks. These were small, but they actually come in medium, right? This is Aponegetnovacious or Vaccius, however you want to say it. This plant will get absolutely humongous and grows fast. I already have some in stock, so I only got a couple more. But this plant, it's a Ponegeton. It's a bulb, grows from a bulb. You can see the roots here. Let me put those down. See the roots here. In order to plant this, you don't have to plant it deep into the substrate. A lot of times, if you buy just the bulb, um, and it's fertile and it grows, you could just set the bulbs on top of the substrate, and the roots are going to work down into the substrate. Um, if you buy a bulb that's already has a viable plant, such as this one, um, you could just plant like maybe 3/8 of an inch of the bulb, maybe a half inch of the bulb. You don't necessarily have to bury the whole bulb and stuff the roots down into the substrate. This will grow fine in any substrate. I get people ask me all the time, what's the best substrate? You know what? I grow probably 90% and always have. I've been in the hobby a while. Um, and I use regular pea gravel. All right. And then I add fertilizers, Thrive. This we sell this too, but Thrive fertilizer to me is probably the best all-in-one fertilizer you can get. Plus, Thrive makes root capsules, and we use that also in regular pea gravel, and you're going to have great results. All right, with plants that are not high tech. All right, pea gravel's not going to grow well. It's not going to grow high tech plants very well, in my opinion. And high tech plants are your harder plants that are going to need highlight. When you have highlight, you're going to need CO2 injection. Mostly, what KJE sticks with is plants that are made for the dummy, which is me. All right, low to medium light, low tech plants. I don't inject CO2 with anything here. I have the capability of injecting CO2, but I just don't. Right? Um, will your plants grow faster with CO2? Yes. There's a lot more checks and balances that you need to manage with CO2 so you don't gas your fish and you don't lower the pH too much for certain fish. So right now, I don't. If you have one tank, CO2 is fantastic. When you have 50 tanks with plants, I'm not running CO2 in all of them. Sorry. Yep, Foxy, you're right. Plants for the everyday aquarist, and that's me. All right, nothing, nothing hard. If you want to get into high tech plants, um, there's a lot of other retailers that sell them. Um, off the top of my head, I'm having a brain fart right now, but there's some out there, and um, they offer some great stock. I get some stuff in during the summertime because I can grow it outside. I do ponds outside, and some of the high tech stuff. I don't need CO2. I got the sunlight, got the highlight. I throw in some fast growing plants that use up a lot of the excess nutrients, and it keeps the algae at bay. But in the colder months now, you're not gonna see me do any high tech stuff. Anyways, Aponegetnovacious. Next up is, oh, you guys, I don't get this in often, so hopefully these look good. This is Bucephalandra, so Boos. Just call it Boos. This is Boos Nanga. All right. So I got two different types of Boos, and I'm gonna sell them as assorted. So, and I didn't get a lot, but this is the pieces you're gonna get. So this is Boos Nanga. Show this over here. My lighting sucks in here, so again, I don't have a good studio. But this is Boos Nanga. All right. Boos is super easy plant, right? Boos grows. What you take care of Boos very similar to Anubias. So you could attach this to your rock. You could attach this to any wood, any other decorations. You could attach this to your pirate ship in your tank or your naked mermaid if you want. All right. It doesn't need to grow in the substrate. So you could attach it by using super glue, or you could attach it by using string. I suggest super glue. With gel type super glue, we sell it too, but you could also go to your local hardware store and get a gel type super glue. And you're going to pay more than probably what I charge, but it works. Right. So go get your Gorilla type super glue and put a little dab, attach this to whatever you want. Just don't bury the rhizome. And the rhizome is this long root base right here. You don't want to bury that, because if you do, it's going to rot. Right. The other Boos I have is Boos Brownie. So sounds like something you want to eat. So Bucephalandra Brownie. And I didn't get a lot of each one. I got five pieces of each one. Boos is more expensive. I mean, it's on the higher end of what plants cost. It looks very similar. And I'm not even close to being an expert. I'm just a dumb guy. So when you show me Boos, I could recognize it as Boos, but you want to ask me the differences between the different species of Boos. I am not real proficient in the varieties of Boos. There's numerous species. All right. Hans Aquatics, I'm not sure if he's still in the business, but that guy used to be really good for Boos. Hey, Skipper. But anyways, so I got Boos Brownie, and I got Boos Brownie, and Nanga. So I got two different species of Boos. That's right, Daniel. If you can grow Anubias, keep Anubias alive. Boos is just as easy. All right. A lot of people like Boos for nano tanks, or making a Boos tree. So get a nice piece of spider wood, get multiple pieces of Boos, and make like a little tree with it. All right. Next up is Cryptocrete Went-Eye Brown. One theme of KJE is a lot of crypts, right? A lot of crypts, because I like crypts and they're easy. Cryptocrete species brown. This is a Went-Eye species. All right, I didn't get any in this week, but I also have Went-Eye red, and I think I ordered Went-Eye green. I can get Went-Eye pink flamingo, which is rare. They didn't have it this week, but over the last couple months, I have gotten and sold a lot of pink flamingo. All right, so this is brown. All right. Next up is Brazilian Pennywort. I didn't want this weighted. They weighted it. I might have mentioned to weight it, but I didn't want it weighted. Because, see, this is weighted. I'm going to have to get some rubber bands and take these off. This is a floater. I don't sink this plant. I let it float. So when you get a bunch of this, a bunch meaning this, not like a bunch, just throw it in the top of your tank, let it float. It's Brazilian Pennywort. You get a really cool lily type leaf. Smells fantastic. You could actually eat this plant. They make a beverage out of this plant, and so it has nutritional value. So with the pandemic going on, if you run out of groceries, grow some Brazilian Pennywort, and you could survive. All right. Next up is Anubias Nana Petite. So here is a tiny Anubias. Well, these are tiny too. So I might have to adjust the price. I usually get in pieces bigger than this, but that's pretty small. Anubias Nana Petite. So these are, like I said, you can grow these similar to Bucephalandra, but Anubias Nana Petite is probably the smallest Anubias. It's going to grow a little bit taller than this, but it's going to spread out horizontally. So it's not going to grow too much taller vertically, but will grow horizontally. So Anubias Nana Petite. And these are extra petite, so I'll list them as extra petite. All right. Here's a plant that you cannot submerge. So you can grow this one in your terrarium. You can grow this one similar to bamboo. So you could just plug it in your tank, but you don't want to submerge it. This is, and I'm going to screw the name up, Sandariana Variegated. So if I said it wrong, I apologize. But this is in the same family as Lucky Bamboo. Looks very cool. You can see the variegation, the white in the leaf. They'll sell these at Petco and PetSmart, fully submerged, and people think they're a fully aquatic plant, and they're not. So they will survive submerged, probably for a month or so, but then they're going to rot and die. Games are. So yeah, you can grow it. You can grow it similar to pothos. It doesn't need substrate. You could put it in a deli cup and clip it to the corner of your tank and then just have it set in there. I do that with pothos, and I do it with a lot of plants. I do it with mangrove. I do it. I'm looking up here right now. I do a lot of hygros you can grow above the water. So hygrophilia, like a hygrophilia coriambosa, you can grow above the water. Hygrophilia augustifolia, you can grow above the water. You can grow this above the water along with bamboo. Just needs a water, so it doesn't need dirt. So these are pretty nice, pretty cool, easy. I've gotten them before. They don't sell worth shit, so I don't get them a lot. But I like them in my tanks, and so I wanted some in my tanks. But I have a minimum that I have to order, so I really only wanted a couple. But I got a minimum I have to order. So if I sell some, great. If I don't, I don't care. I'll just keep more in my tanks. But don't submerge it. Okay. Next up is Red Reuben. Red Reuben swords. This is probably my favorite sword. You get a really cool looking leaf. You get reddish hue in newer leaves. The newer leaves are going to have this reddish maroon looking leaf. Don't get real big. So the Red Reuben is not a sword that gets really big. Easy. To me, it's easier to grow than an Amazon sword. And looks, I got some Amazons I haven't put up right here. But Amazon sword. This is your everyday, probably one of the top selling plants in the industry, Amazon sword. Plain Jane, nothing fancy. You got your Red Reuben. that has a little bit different leaf shape to it and a little bit leaf color to it. You'll see the difference in price. These are cheap. These are not so cheap. Hey, Kim. So, red Reuben swords. That's probably my favorite sword. Not my favorite plant, but my favorite sword. All right. Next up is Sagittaria narrowleaf. So this is a Sagittaria. This isn't dwarf Sag. So don't get it confused. And you'll see them listed both as Sagittaria subdullata. And I can say that one, Sagittaria subdullata. Right? This one will get a lot taller. These are smaller plants right now, and these are actually submerged, immerse grown, but they convert so easily. Right? When the way you could tell, people ask me, how can you tell? Um, with the immerse grown, you got more of a paddle to the leaf. When they're submerged grown, it's more narrow and grass like. But this is a very easy plant to convert, so don't worry about that. As far as them, you might get some melt back, but it grows fast, converts easy, and to be honest, probably 95 to 98% of plants that you get in from nurseries, that they grow them all immerse grown. All right, commercial nurseries do not grow plants submerged unless that's the only way they can grow. So this is Sagittaria subdullata narrow leaf. So this will get 8 to 10 inches tall. Sagittaria dwarf Sagittaria will stay a lot more shorter, but don't be surprised if you get dwarf Sag that might grow a little bit taller too. It all depends on the lighting and the nutrients. All right, so here's another one that is to grow above the water. So you can grow this with your bamboo. You can go grow this with your Sandariana. And this is another one that I keep because I like it and I grow it in my tanks. You could use it similar to pothos, so it doesn't need substrate. And these are just various sizes, but this is Arrowhead. I don't know the genus and species, so um, I can't tell you the exact species of Arrowhead, but the sizes vary. Look at these. Let me show you. Look how cool this leaf looks. And that's where they get their name, because of the Arrowhead. But just stick this, not fully submerged. You can grow it in your terrarium too, or paludarium, but you can also grow it in your fish tank, but don't fully submerge it. Stick it in, clip a deli cup, clip a yogurt cup, poke some holes in it, clip it in the corner of your tank. You could stick this in there, and it's going to get bigger, and it's going to look beautiful, and it's also going to, use up the nitrates and whatnot. Excuse me, similar to pothos. So that's Arrowhead. And what else I got? Excuse me. Tiger Lotus. I always get these because I sell the heck out of them. And when I get them as a bulb, they're not always viable. So about 80% of the time, I'll get a plant. So if you want to buy them as a bulb, you'll save a little bit. But if you want to make sure that you get a viable bulb, buy them when I list them. When it says Tiger Lotus small, Tiger Lotus medium, Tiger Lotus large, etc., that means you're going to get the bulb and the plant's already started to grow out of it, and it's going to be listed as the size of the plant. But when it says just bulb, that means this is what you're getting, and it's not guaranteed to grow. So I don't want to BS you. So when you buy just the bulb and it doesn't grow, that's the risk you take, right? So anyways, I have some now in the tanks, and they'll say Tiger Lotus small, Tiger Lotus medium. That means that the bulb is alive and the bulb is growing. So what you're going to get is the plant growing out of the bulb. And I usually will pot these. So I'll have them potted you know, in the little pot here. I pot these myself. This is some used rock wool right here, but you get the rock wool with the bulb, be in the pot. That's what you're going to get, and then you'll see the plant, right? And last, what I got in here. So I got an assortment of Anubias. I got some Starrigan Repins, and Kim. You still here, Kim? I got one of your favorites. This is Micro Sword Narrow Leaf. So this is a sword, but it's a grass type plant. So this is Micro Sword Narrow Leaf, right? This is one of your favorite, Kim. At least based on my sales, Kim loves these plants. All right. Next up is just Anubias, and like I said, they're assorted. I have them potted. These are really nice too. I should have bought more of these. Assorted Anubias, potted. Don't know what this species is. It looks like it's Congensis. If you know what this one is, feel free to make a comment. But I think it's Congensis. It might be Nanji, right? And so I got some of those in there, and here's one. This one actually says what it is. This is Fraser Eye. So this is a little bit longer narrow leaf. The games are, does Micro Sword narrow leaf carpet? Yes, it'll carpet. It shoots out runners, similar to Valescenaria. If you know how Val grows, let me open it back up. This will shoot out runners, and yes, it'll carpet. Doesn't say super short. This plant right here probably is 3 inches tall right now, so that's about what you're gonna get. If you put it in if you want a carpet plant for a little tank, it'll work. But if you want a carpet plant for a deeper tank at 20 or a 55, this will work great. All right. And let me see. Here we go. This is Starrigan Repins. This will carpet too. So you guys want another carpet type plant? This Starrigan Repins, low to medium light. This will carpet. This very popular plant with aquascapers. All right. So check out some of the stuff George Farmer does on YouTube. He does a lot of plants with tissue culture, and I can get tissue culture too. I can also get Tropica, but right now I choose not to really deal with Tropica because the plant price and availability is honestly it's more the plant price. To me, they're overrated. But anyways, Starrigan Repins, easy plant, will carpet. Anubias, if you don't know what Anubias is, super easy plant. Pretty much bulletproof. Just don't plant it in the substrate. And folks, that's all I got. So I got a lot of stuff I got to put away. If you got any answers, this live stream right here has been going on a really long time. But I'll get these plants listed on my Facebook page, facebook.com/KJE Aquatics. If you don't know, our website is live. We are way more than just plants. Plants are my base, but we have high quality fish foods, Fritz Aquatics, Aqualife products, Lee Aquatics, Dr. Baz Lear, Zoomid, Ocean Nutrition, you name it, I got it. Pretty much sell everything you need, and it's all shipped, combined shipping. Our shipping's not expensive. It's not free shipping like you're going to get on Amazon, but if you look at our unit price kicks Amazon's butt most of the time, not always. But are you going to get customer service with Amazon? Are you going to get is Amazon going to answer your questions 9:30, 10 o'clock at night when you text me? Probably not. So, do I dog on Amazon? You damn right I dog on Amazon. But anyways, this is what I got, and thanks for watching. And if you need any plants, if you need any fish food, if you need any water conditioners, you know where to find me. Thanks, guys. Later.